Hello, everyone. Good evening. We back with another one. This is the podcast of the Shorty Logic Podcast. How y'all doing tonight? Let's.
Hey,
What up, though?
So we got a good one for y'all tonight, yo. So the question is: should people put security and finance before love? Do you agree or disagree? And tell me why. See,
Man, listen to me. Me personally, man, I think finance would have to be first because security is going to come with the territory. As a real man, you're going to protect your investment, you're going to protect your woman, your family anyway. So that just comes as second nature. The financial thing is something that is very important because finances destroy a lot of relationships. Because sometimes if the woman's the breadwinner, and the man ain't got no hustle about himself, that's too much pressure for that woman, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, it takes two in today's era. You know what I mean? I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been the one that did the providing, and I've been the one that needed the help. And it's definitely not a good feeling when you the one that needs the help because some people will use that against you and try to belittle you and make you feel worse than what you already do because you really can't bring much to the table. You know what I'm saying? But do I agree or disagree? I agree that finances should come first because you need to have the financial aspect to take care of the home, the family, whether it's the man's the breadwinner, the woman's the breadwinner, or they both make the same thing. The finances got to come first. Because if you don't got the finances, you ain't, in today, like I said, in today's era, if you ain't got the finances, you ain't got no romance. You know what I mean? And it's men don't need women and women don't need men when it comes to finances. Because everybody's, so everybody's chasing that bag. But in all actuality, we both need each other. Because
that's
two
true.
is better than one all day long. I'd rather be with a woman and not struggle than to be by myself and be like, man, how am I gonna pay these motherfucking bills? It becomes hard, and then life gets hard, and then that's when poor judgment, bad decisions, all that shit come in. But for the
I
most
agree.
part, yeah, I agree. Finances should come first.
I would say I like I said, I've been on both sides. I've been the head before, and I've been the one that need to be taken care of as well. So when I first originally came up with this, I thought one way, but I'm kind of thinking another way because at first I was thinking like, well, if the finances, if everybody just worrying about the finances, if your foundation is built on finances, and then the love come last, you know, I feel like one if the finance leave, the person gone. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel at first, but after I sat down, really think about it, I do believe finances should come first. I do to a certain extent, because most people now, if you most women and men, I know men and women that does it, and basically what I'm just saying is I do agree that finances should come because even with the finance, security is going to come with it as well. It's going to come.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
definitely. It
it's going to
definitely
come.
will. You know what I'm saying? Because a real man, like I said, at the end of the day, a real man, he gotta you gotta protect your family, bro. Like it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I believe for me, if I'm involved with a woman and we got kids, man, you gonna listen to me. I ain't the hardest person on face of the first on this earth, but I'm far from being a punk. And you want that smoke, I'm gonna give it to you for my family. Like for
And
real. I because here's the thing. If a man don't stand up for his woman and his family, no, that woman ain't gonna have no respect for him. The kids gonna look at him differently. Now don't nobody got no respect for him, and he's not even a factor in the equation.
but here's the thing. You got a lot of men out here that feel that because what they used to do back in the day or the traditional way, they're more or less saying, why can't the woman for everything, all the bills. It's the sense and the loss of manhood to me. You got a lot of men that was like, well, shoot, you got it. If I don't have it, you got it because you make more money than me. But I still feel that it still should be a sense of manhood in relationships, you know?
Mm, I agree. I agree. But I tell you what though, I've been the breadwinner, and me and my chick had both had a job, and she made more money than me. I never was threatened by that. And
Right,
you got to look at this. A lot of men are threatened by a woman that makes more money than them
right,
because sometimes, sir, I'm not gonna say all women,
right,
but a lot of these millennium women nowadays will use that against the man and be like, "Nigga, I don't need you. I
Right.
right,
can do this by myself." So now that's gonna make a man feel a certain type of way.
Right.
Is
Right.
that right? No, it's not. And I'm gonna say this: there's a lot of men that's the breadwinner that will make a chick feel small because she don't bring the amount of money to the table that he do. That's not cool.
Well, here's the thing, two-part, and then I'll go into answering the question, but I'm more or less piggybacking off of what you're saying. So, situations that I see is, let's just say, the men that are the breadwinners, more so women that stay home, possibly to raise children, or you have that man that told the woman or the wife that, hey, I got this, it's okay, I'll pay all the bills. But here's the thing, I see all too many times where later on that man, when he's above himself and everything else, and he pretty much forgot about what he and her had established in that relationship, now
Yep.
he's out here doing everything under the sun while she done held down everything at home, right? And so now he decides to, okay, I don't want you no more, throws her away like nothing, and then she's left with nothing. No skills, no nothing.
Let me say this: a man that does some shit like that ain't a man.
Exactly, I agree.
But the thing about it is, it's a lot of that being done, not only by men but by women.
The
Yep.
women.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women that do make that kind of money be like, baby, you take care of the babies, and I got, the roles reversed.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. But just
Right.
because you are above somebody, don't give you the right to belittle them and treat them like shit.
Right.
Right.
Because karma's a bitch.
Right.
It
Exactly.
has no expiration date. And them same people that you treated like shit
Mhm.
gonna be the same ones that you pass when your ass is falling on your face. Now you
Right.
talking about, can you help me?
Right.
Help for what? You
Right.
know, this man treated you, you know what I'm saying? No, nigga, bitch, I'll replay. You know how we talk. When we get mad at a chick, everybody, every female, I'm guilty of it because I
I'm
did it
guilty.
too. When I get mad, when I used to get mad, when I was in the streets hustling, you know what I'm saying? And I could do shit like that. I'd be like, man, bitch, fuck you. I don't need you.
Right.
And I've been that one that a woman done told me, nigga, fuck you. I
Right.
don't need you. And that
Right.
shit hurts. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? When it got done to me, the first time it ever got done to me, nigga, it let all the air out of my chest. I was like, oh, I said,
Right.
oh. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I had to realize, and this is the thing that made me realize, like, nigga, why you over here in your feelings now? But just a month ago, what did you do to old girl?
Right.
Nigga, I had to stick my chest out and take it on the chin.
Accountability.
Come on,
Accountability.
man. And and,
Exactly.
Accountability.
and don't and don't let me make it seem like I'm just this perfect man, because I'm not. Because I was the worst kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was that nigga that had the money that could do whatever. I had the chicks. I did all of that. You know what I'm saying? But my thing was, a lot of it came from me being immature.
Right.
A lot of it came from me having mommy issues,
Mhm.
having trust issues.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the things that I had been through prior in my life. You know what I'm saying? I held on to, instead of allowing myself to deal with it, I just suppressed it. And it
Right.
caused me to do some things and it caused me to make bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? Not only with women that I was involved with my
Right.
kids. You know what I'm saying? It affected everything around me.
Right.
And and I always said, the woman that I do marry, I will make sure that she has a voice, she's treated equally. I don't give a fuck if I'm a multimillionaire. I would never belittle her. I would never down talk her because I know how that feels.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit don't feel good. Listen to me. Nigga, the first time I had a woman talk to me like that, man, I was confused. Hey, I'm talking about confused, like, is
Yep.
Man,
I want to be, and then I wanted to have an attitude
And
because she was
couldn't.
telling me the truth about myself.
I
Exactly. And that's
couldn't
what a
even.
lot of people fail to, want to hear. They don't want to hear the truth about themselves. First thing they want to do is write it off and turn around and blame you for whatever,
Truth hurts.
reverse it
At
back,
the
turn it back.
end of the day, truth hurts.
Right, right. So let
Facts.
me let me go in on let me go in. Well, nephew, Shorty Logic, did you want to go in? Because I wanna piggyback. Uh, you
I'm
know,
Go ahead in. Go ahead in.
okay, so first of all, we didn't do the introduction, so I guess I'll introduce myself. Riri Scruggs in the place to be. Taria
Girl, boo,
Scruggs,
you just want to
aka
introduce
Ree
yourself.
Ree. Just so y'all know, I can't even throw up no follow page or whatnot. Okay, it's just Facebook, whatever. But anyway, so going back to your original question, um, as far as love and finances, I think we all can agree that over time we all learned that it takes more than love for a relationship to work. You can't have
Right.
just love and think that a relationship is going to work. And it's even above beyond, love and finances. It goes off your character, you know, the communication, you two having discussions on where this relationship is going to go, how
Right.
far it's going to go. It's a whole bunch of things that tie into relationships making it work, not just love and finances. But
I
if we're just talking about those two, I can't even pick one without the other because you need definitely. Well, no, I'll take that back. So because, and I'm going personal with myself. um it's just hard being middle age finding that actual true mate, helpmate or whatever. So I've even made comments on, heck, if I could find somebody like a financial partner that can come in with the same mindset, business minded, go getter, ambitious and whatnot, and we both come together and help each other get to where we're going, I look at that as a business. There's no love involved, but over
Uh,
time, once we share, that time together and growing and whatnot, who knows what that may turn into.
all right,
So
so let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this question, cuz.
okay.
With that you just said,
Yeah.
and you said if you could meet that financial partner like that. Now,
Mhm.
with that question, does he need to come in with the same amount of
Exactly.
money, or does he just need to come in with the right mentality to match you?
That the mentality, I need somebody. Y'all know me personally, I'm very ambitious, I'm such a go-getter. you know Money, we gonna make money together as long as he has that mentality. If he's business minded, that lets me know that he's been
He got to
involved
have
in
some
some
hustle
things and
about
maybe
himself.
have failed at it. But hey, we gonna just buffer ourselves off and get going. So
I
no,
Okay,
I
he doesn't
that
have
makes
that
sense.
certain, he don't have to have a certain kind of money or amount of money or anything. I need the mindset, I need
yeah,
the ambition, I need the ability, the capability. I need you to want to.
Hmm.
okay.
But
Yeah.
And
it
do
was
and
something else.
finally do it. I need not only just talking about it, but being about it.
Yeah,
Right.
it was something else that you said, and it was about relationships and needing to communicate. And the reason why I picked that up when you said that is because I was the type of man that it was either my way or the highway. Because
Ooh,
for one, I was
guilty.
hustling. One, I was hustling. Two, I was a man that carried myself very well. I looked good, all of that. I was cocky and arrogant because the reason what created that monster was when I first came home from the military, I was broke. I had a job making $7 an hour and I couldn't take it. I got my
$7.
income taxes. I got my income taxes and did what most, hey man, get me together. So I bought crack and I started making money.
Mm-hmm.
And then women wouldn't even look at me.
Mm.
But when I started making that money,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
hey,
Right.
how you doing? What's up?
Mm-hmm.
You look, I'm like, hold on, but just we.
Yep.
So what that in turn did was that created a monster to the point where, oh, now I'm gonna treat you how you come at me.
Right.
You treat
Mm-hmm.
Right.
yourself as a
Right.
shot, that's all you are to me. You
Mm-hmm.
treat
Right.
yourself like a lady, I'm gonna treat you like a lady.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it was, if I got in a relationship with a woman, first of all, baby girl, I ain't trying to hear nothing that you talking about, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
so get on away from me with that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But now that I've changed my ways and changed my life, and now I want to be in a committed relationship with a woman, and I want to go through shit like that because
Yeah.
I ain't never been through it. So one of
Yeah.
the things that I feel is that I want to do the most. One of the things I know for a fact would be one of the major parts of my relationship is
Mm-hmm.
communication
Yep.
because I didn't do it
That's a
If
hard
when
you
I
don't
thing.
have
should have
that, you
been
have
doing it.
nothing. If you don't have
Right.
that,
When
you
I
don't have
should have
nothing.
been doing it, that's why none of my relationships worked because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't communicate.
Right, Kia. Right. Kaya. Yeah. Like, and that's the worst thing is I feel that
Yep.
when I bring
And
an issue to, that person and they discount my feelings, like for real, now you don't give a damn what I got to say. If I'm coming at you and I'm telling you that something that you did or said bothered me, and you just like, oh, you just keep on and continue on and whatnot, and don't even care about how I feel or how you made me feel. No, it's a fuck you for me.
Kaya, hit my inbox so I can send you the link.
okay, so check this out. So I got one. I made a
All right.
post. I made a post on Facebook. I said, ladies, I said if a man asks you to change something, is he asking you to change or is he trying to control you?
Oh, I just had that conversation.
And
Ooh.
you know what the response was?
I
Uh,
see I see that question floating and I see mixed responses, but go ahead.
and you know what though? You know how many women got that right? Very few.
Phew.
Because
Mm-hmm.
here's why. Because everybody didn't read the question. I wasn't asking is he controlling you or none of that. I
Right.
said is he asking you to change something or is he trying to control you? My thing is this. If two people in a committed relationship can sit down and talk to each other and
Mm-hmm.
learn each other,
Mm-hmm.
guess what? You're going to automatically know,
Mm-hmm.
baby, something ain't right. What's going
Yep.
on?
But that goes back to what I just finished saying. If I come to you and I bring a problem or something that I may not like that you did or said, or
Right.
Yep.
something about you that's
Yep.
disturbing this relationship or keeping it from going forward, and you discount and all you see is the negative, oh, you trying to control me, you can't tell me look at yourself and this, that, and the other. No, it's a
There
fuck
it
you,
is
and
right
it's going
there.
to continue to
I've been,
be a fuck you.
I've been through that several times. Play things I did not like that really disturbed me and disturbed the relationship. If I come to you telling you this is not, I don't like that, and I'm telling you why. The first thing there's several people I dealt with said you trying to control me, but no, I'm not trying to control
Hey,
you. I'm just,
I'll be the first to. I'm
I'm coming up with showing you, telling you what can you do to change to make this better.
But
But
if
instead
you got right, and if you with someone who is on the same level and same mindset of that relationship that you are, they're not going to see that as a problem. They're going to look at it as okay. Because, you know, me, I'll be honest to say, me going into a new relationship, whenever that does happen, there are
Right.
going to be some things that that guy is probably going to tell me, hey, Ree, I'm going to need you to change this. I'm going to need you to tone it down, you
But
know,
but
this,
but
that, and the other.
because
And
here's
instead of
I
thinking that he's going to control me or trying to control me, here's the thing, though. I already know certain things about myself. So
Right.
for it to be pointed out by that man that I'm trying to establish that relationship with, that lets me know, number one, that he's kind of into me because he's paying attention to me, right?
Right.
So now
Right.
I'm like, okay, you know, I'm feeling him the same way. So let me make this change. Let me work on it. It may not happen overnight, but let me definitely work on it. So no, it's not going to be an offense to that. It's going to be like, okay, you know, I want this, so let me do what I need to do.
you want to know what the answer to that question is?
What's that?
Two people in a committed relationship. Your spouse, your significant other come to you and say these things to you. You know what you're supposed to do?
What's that?
Baby, let's sit down and talk about this and see what we need to do or what I need to do so that I don't make you feel uncomfortable or I make you think that I'm trying to control you or change you. What do I need to do to fix this? And
Mm-hmm.
if you really love that person like you say
Right.
you do,
Mm-hmm.
there ain't nothing you should not want to do.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly. But everybody want to feel like they trying to somebody trying to control them. You know what I'm saying? All you trying to do is point out, let you know what your partner needing you to change or what is making it.
Man,
If
first of
person
all,
tell you
if
it's
I know
wrong,
my woman, if I know my woman like I say I know my woman, and
yeah,
I know if she's coming to me and talking about, baby, I need to talk to you because I feel a certain type of way,
right.
my first reaction is I either said something or I did something.
Some.
So
So I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench to y'all, right? So
Oh,
I've
here we go.
also seen situations where men and women, and I'm sure I'm guilty of it too. But let's just say a man see a woman or whatnot, but he got other options, right? So it's like he's using whatever he feels that's not, you know, to his taking or liking. So he comes to that female and says, okay, hey, I need you to change this about you, that about you, whatnot. But he's saying it in a sense to where that's going, whether or not she changes, that's going to determine whether or not he continues to pursue her. For me, it's a fuck you, because
let me stop you right there.
if you're pursuing me,
Especially,
it's going to be pursuing me for who I am. That means you're going to invest in
Let me
me.
stop you right there.
you
I'm gonna
see,
stop you right there, and this is
Come
the
with it.
reason why.
Wow.
Because first of all, if that man comes to you and tells you he got options and asks you to change something,
Right.
he's comparing you to another woman. He don't
Exactly.
see you for you.
Exactly. Oh, I know.
So
Exactly.
first, so what that
Exactly.
means right there, what that
Yeah.
means you need what you need to do right there, nigga, fuck you and walk on the
Right.
way. Don't waste your
Right.
time. And
Yep.
that
women
goes
do
both ways.
Yep.
That goes both ways because I'm gonna tell you right now,
always
I have
comparing
been
man.
I have been treated like I was an option before.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you know, and the thing about it was, and I'll be honest, I had at one point in time I had this thing where you do something to me, I gotta get my lick back.
Ooh, and
I
I'm
gotta get
petty
my
with it
lick
too.
back.
I'm
You understand? And
petty.
plus, I tell motherfucker, when I get my lick back, I'm not gonna stop until I feel comfortable that I got my lick back all the way.
Right.
But the thing about it is, that ain't right.
At all.
it's
It's not.
It
It's
ain't.
not.
Because guess what? All I'm doing is creating a hole for myself because guess what happens? When I do something with the next woman I'm involved with, she gonna want to get her lick back.
Right. But then that's what I was gonna say too. That only goes to show that you still have issues within self that you
Yes.
haven't let go or fixed for you to be able to move on in those relationships. So
Yeah.
right.
no, the best thing, I think, nephew, you and I, we talked about it, but it's just to move on without trying to, you know,
You
get
got,
that lick back or nothing. No, just move
but
on.
the
Right.
best thing is to move on. But the hardest thing to do is to let go of someone that you once
So
loved or someone that you're really into. Whether
Yeah.
it's been the relationship is 6 months, 7 years, whatever it is. If you're into that person and you done been through a whole lot with that individual, it's hard to let go.
I get it, but
Yes.
I guess, and me personally, I guess for me, I'm just at a point where, well, you know what? I guess, okay, maybe I don't feel what a lot of people I know personally who are currently going through things. Maybe I don't feel that because it's been that long that I've been in a relationship where I just wholeheartedly love somebody and gave two fucks about and really cared about what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel what that attachment that they're currently, because of course I'm easy. I'm outside, looking in saying, okay, it's time for you to go, boy. It's time for you to go, girl. Y'all, who wants to deal with the toxic, mess? No, but I'm not going through what they're going through. It's been
But see,
a long
here's
time,
what we need to
2016, since I've been in one of those type of relationships.
here's what we need to do as a whole. Stop running.
Don't
Men
run.
and women, stop running. If you in a relationship and you really love this person, whether it's the man or the woman, put that work in. Stop
But
And
how
that's
much?
what
running.
How much? Okay, how much
Richie,
is too much though?
relationship are it's a job. And you
It's,
always
it's,
have to
it's
work
like
at it.
this. It's like this. And if you're married, which makes matters different, if you're married, you
Right.
supposed to go to the end of the earth for your husband or your wife.
Agree.
So however long it takes, you go until you have nothing left in the tank, whether it be the woman putting in all the work, whether it be the man, because guess what? What you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it.
I get it, but I also feel that there's a threshold. I feel
Yes.
that there's a line to cross because at some point in time, it's going to become too much for me. If you're saying for me to go to the end and it causes me to lose myself, fuck that relationship. I'm out.
But see what I'm saying is I've lost myself in a relationship. That's not a good
I,
thing. But what I am saying is you go to the end of the earth, but at the same time, you still keep you. You
yeah,
still
I did.
saying who you are and
But
be
it's
who you
hard.
are.
It's hard to keep
It
you if
is.
a
It
person
is.
is dragging you through the mud continuously, if they're dogging you out, if they're
But they
telling
say
you
when
you're
it but come
nothing,
on, cuz, come on now.
they
You know,
belittle
when it
you.
gets to that point, you know it's time to go.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
What I'm saying is if it's not if it ain't domestic violence,
Right. And that's
if
what
it
it's
ain't the
gonna lead
cheat,
to.
the infidelity and all of that type,
Yeah.
And I
then
appreciate
you go to the end of the earth.
So what
Because guess
message?
what? 9 times out of 10, if it's not those two things that's causing the issue, you know what
Right.
it is that's causing the issue?
I agree with you. I agree
Money
with you.
or the kids.
I agree with you. So, um, okay. So, cuz what message would you have for a few people that I know who are in these type of relationships, right? And I know guys and girls that currently are going through and they're hanging on because they want it to work. But then you got other people, their mates or whatever, who is just no good whatsoever, right? you
Okay,
know
so here's the thing.
what message do you have for those individuals, and then they've been through the ringer, the mud, and they still just hanging on, but it's just nothing but disrespect. I mean,
Okay, now
guys telling you I don't want you, all that type stuff.
if it's to the point where if it's to the point where you got an individual telling you I don't want you this that and the third, it's time to walk away. Is it gonna hurt? Hell yeah, it's gonna hurt because guess
yeah,
what? Your heart's
I've been
involved.
there. I've been there.
Listen to me. I dealt with a woman for 10 years off and on,
Hmm.
and I know me and her we cool to this day. You know what I'm saying? She's in a whole nother relationship. I done moved on. But the thing about it is I had to go through it
Right.
to
Right.
understand what it means to put that work in with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because what our biggest issue was when I was ready, she wasn't. When she was
Right.
ready, I wasn't.
Right.
But the thing about it is, if you got somebody just flat out disrespecting you, telling you "fuck you," I don't want you, this, that, and the third, time roll on out. Go and
Right.
pack your bags.
So what
And
what
you
does
know
that
what?
what does that say to the people, um that who have a
You
hard
damn
time
right,
walking
Kaya.
away? Does that mean to you that they lack self-love?
No. Walk
What does it
away.
mean to you?
If you walk away from a bullshit ass relationship
No,
like
no,
that,
no, 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 no. I'm talking about if they can't, if they continue to stay, don't it at that point become not a problem of their mate? It's now a problem of you because you're choosing not to love yourself and you're choosing
yeah,
to stay in this
yeah.
toxic ass relationship that's going
But you know
nowhere.
what though? Cuz you can't say it that way because guess what? Love has made everybody be a
Too
fool once or twice in their life.
I'm
And you
sure
will
I've been.
go through some shit. You know what I'm saying? I knew the chick, I was with a chick, I knew for a fact, nigga, she was knocking everything down, moving. But because my heart was in it, I still stayed.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I just got to, like I said, I got to that point where I got sick and tired of being sick and tired because it began to affect who I was.
Right,
And
right,
once it got to that point, I was like, you know what? Baby, I love you. I'm out of here. And I packed
right,
my shit up. And when I packed up, I bounced. Look here, you can have everything. You need to take it all.
right,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And but the thing about it is, not everybody has the mentality that I had.
right.
You know
And
what I'm
I
saying?
True.
think,
Because
you know,
there's
it's
some
that
men.
first step. Once they realize, you know, taking away, and I feel like a lot of people who are stuck in these type relationships, they don't realize how blessed they will be once they take that first step out of that toxic ass relationship.
They
You know
don't
what I'm
see
saying?
it. You can't see it.
No,
You
no.
can't see it because you're
Some
blind. And
are
guess
blind.
what?
Are
That
blind.
individual, either one or two things that happen. Either you so madly in love with this individual,
Right, Kaya, right.
or that person has completely manipulated you to the point where you can't even see straight.
Yeah.
And it's been done.
I'm sure I've been through that, you
We
know.
all have.
Yeah,
Anybody, come on, man.
I'm a believer of
If you've been in a
butterflies and white
relationship with
picket
somebody who
fences.
does something, come on, man. You did it.
Yeah, I fell victim to that one time, but
You
Come on,
know,
man.
never. And I did. I can be honest and say that I did lose myself in that marriage that I was in, and I the way I explain it is I lost all sense of self, and I more or less lived in a bubble internally, mentally. You know what I'm saying? But once I found myself back, it's like no turning back. No, never will I ever, you know, lose myself in a man or a relationship. You know, and
But
like Kaya said, I love me more. I'll love you to death,
but
but I
here's the
definitely love
thing
me more.
though. Just because you lose yourself in a relationship doesn't make you less of an individual.
Because when
true.
I
It's
told
just
you I had
it's
to,
the thing about it is this. It just shows that you are a person who fell in love with somebody who just doesn't see things the way you are and doesn't love you back the way you love them.
right? True.
Right.
It
Mm-hmm.
True
doesn't
that.
make you less of an individual
Right.
because you can fall in love. You can fall in love. You can love a person truly from your heart
Mm-hmm.
and be blind to everything that they do because you're so in love with them.
Mm-hmm.
That patient. The
Mm-hmm.
fact. Yes.
Yeah, but the thing about it is
I don't want
because you
that type
love
of
that
love.
person, because you love the person like that, does that make you less than a man or a woman?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But I do feel that when you love somebody like that, I feel like that just shows that you are loving, you putting them before you. I really do. You
Right.
putting them before your
Yeah, it does. It
this
now that
flies
I can
bother me.
see. That
Oh,
I can see.
Tiana said someone's in the comments. Are you on Instagram too, nephew?
No, it's not on my Instagram right now.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Hold on.
But yeah, I understand that it's just infatuation, man. Like I've been there, blinded and it just and then just let things happen. Keep taking beating the punch bag because you love that person so much. It happened. It happened to the best of us.
Come on,
But
man.
like Auntie said, once you take that first step, everything will start looking up and you'll
So,
achieve.
so, so, do you think taking that first step is easy,
It's
or is
Of
not.
it
course
almost the
not.
hardest thing you do in life?
Hey, when
It's
I just remember when I took my first step, it was on the Sunday, and it was like I just remember laying in the bed and my arms and legs got to moving around me. My whole body was just there. And next
Yeah.
thing you know, I done packed up all my clothes and everything. It's like without my body even moving, just my arms grabbing stuff. packed that car up, and I was gone. But when I tell you that monkey, that was just like such a big lift off my back on a Sunday though. And I got in my car and drove down to St. Louis. Down to St. Louis just to get away. Had to get away.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, so I got one for both of y'all. Financial situation. Does it make the relationship or break the relationship?
You talking about finance?
Yes.
It
breaks
depends, cuz. I'll let you go, nephew. Go ahead. And I'll piggyback.
Majority of the time, it'll break it because finances is actually the number one that breaks it. Then
I know
second,
that, Kaya.
finance is the number one that breaks relationship. The number one thing. So yes, it breaks it.
I think it's situational and circumstantial. And what I mean with that is you got different type of people. You got different type of people. You got one group of people. This fly is just like bothering me. I guess it got a little too warm outside, so he just won't leave me the fuck alone. But uh I'm like, damn it. But
Really,
you got
really.
you got one group of people that regardless of what, they gonna hold their mate down. They in a
Right.
relationship, they've been in a relationship. Let's say one of the mates, they've been holding everything down. So let's just say the man lost his job. That woman, that strong woman who truly loves her man, she gonna hold, baby, I got you, I got this. And she gonna hold it down, and she gonna keep them together until he's able to get back on his feet, right? And vice versa, man to woman. You may even have a man that send his wife to school because he sees the opportunity in the future that where she can get that degree, and that's gonna bring more income into the family, right? But
Right.
then you got this other side group of people that, okay, kind of to your point earlier, cuz when you was out there peeling that paper, just throwing it out there, and
It's up.
you were bringing in those type of women. But I guarantee when you no longer was involved in that type of lifestyle, where were they at? Where were they at? Gone.
Go.
Because
Yeah.
you didn't have that to offer anymore.
But like I
Mhm.
said, accountability on men. Men have to take better choices and make better choices. Stop attracting and stop choosing the materialistic woman.
But you
I've
know
said
what though? You know what? I'll disagree with you on that, nephew, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because here's the thing: when you first meet a person, you don't know that that person's like that.
Right.
You don't know
that's
after a year.
some
You don't
cases.
know after a year because here's the thing though. Nowadays, there's a lot of costumes on.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
true. That is
It's your
so true.
Because guess
representative. That's
what?
what I call it.
Because
Meeting the
you could be
representative.
with a woman, you could be with a woman who sees the potential in you. And she's like, you know what? Let me build him up and let me get him where he needs to be. And then he's gonna get me where I need to be. Soon as you get
Right.
on your feet and get everything together and get you going, she takes everything and bounce. And that goes both ways.
Yeah.
I've seen
Men
it
do the
both ways.
same thing. But the thing about it is, more women are being used than men.
Yep.
And you know why?
Do I
You
need to
know
call
why
out
I
some of
feel
the
that? You know
names?
why I feel that
Here
way?
come Tux.
You know why I feel that way? Because
Well,
nowadays women are getting better jobs than men.
yep.
Yeah. They make
Women are I would say one thing about a woman. If a woman needs to save some money, I don't give a damn what's going on in life. She ain't gonna spend a penny. I seen it. I know women. I got relatives. One of my kids' mother, listen to me when I tell you, she will sit in the house and will not move. She
I
will
like
make
that.
sure that she will make sure that them kids eat, and she won't eat if she ain't hungry.
Okay.
But when
Okay.
it came time for them babies to have what the fuck they wanted, come on, man, they top of the line. Nigga,
And
I'll say this. I've been a nigga who couldn't help. You know what I'm saying? When it came to helping with the family, the kids, everything.
It's not a good feeling.
And I've been with a woman, and I'll give it. I ain't scared. I ain't ashamed to say it. I, my ex-wife, my middle daughter's mother, nigga, I respect them whether we get along or not. At the
Right.
end of the day, I can say they held it down
Yep.
and
Mm-hmm.
made sure, even though we wasn't together, they
Right.
held it down. My
Mm-hmm.
ex-wife took 3
Want it
kids,
to
and
be.
she did it.
Yeah.
I fucked up the relationship with me and my kids. That's on me. I can't be
Right.
mad at nobody. I gotta take accountability for my actions.
Right.
Right.
My middle daughter, her mama, did the same thing. Did the same thing.
Right.
I respect that. Whether I
Mm-hmm.
like it or not, it's facts.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did that twice, but one time I did it and it kind of backfired in my face to the point to where I said I'll never do it again. And that's I call it build a bear or build a man workshop. And I said I'll never do that again. But when I say I'll never do it again, I'll never do it for the wrong man. Now, if you got a man who is, again, truly that has invested time in me, getting to know me, and we're on that up and up, yeah, I'm gonna be there for you. But here's the thing, I still got kids, so I'm not gonna be peeling paper out. Nothing's going out of my house. I still all income in any type of income over here is incoming. I'm a mother, a single mother with kids. So no, I'm not. I know a lot of women that pay men for sex and everything. I wish I would. If anything, like I said, he gonna be paying me. I got stuff around here. I got kids. If you trying to be in my life, guess what? If I'm short on something
It's
that
a
you know
package
what, hey
deal.
baby,
It's a
I should
package
have that
deal.
relationship to where I can come to you for anything.
It's a
And if
package
I
deal.
come to you and say, and if you act like you ain't got it, or and you may not have it at that time, but if you don't do a follow up and be like, okay, baby, I don't have it today, but I'll have it tomorrow, next week, you're not for me, because that lets me know that when you fall on hard times, I'm not gonna be there to have your back. So you're not for me.
I get that. I agree with that.
No.
If I'm sitting there listening, I agree with that. I agree with that.
But at the
I
end
agree.
of the day, man, we gotta learn how to. I ain't saying just men. I ain't saying just women.
Right.
As a whole, we need to learn how to. I feel, well, I ain't even gonna say us as a whole. I'll say something that I should work on, that I may need to work on. And maybe people seeing me, you know what I'm saying, on the podcast talking and seeing that I'm trying to fix something, maybe it'll
Right.
help somebody.
Right.
But
Right.
I need to learn how to communicate. Us
Right.
as men, us as men need to
Hmm.
learn how to communicate. We
And
need to
I'll
learn
second
how
that as
to
a
hear our
woman.
woman's voice.
Yeah, but
We
I
need to
second it as a
respect their
woman.
feelings.
Right.
And if here's the thing, that this is how I see it. If we give a woman all of those things, guess what she's gonna give us? The same thing in return,
Yep.
unless she's not for you. He's
Yep.
not for you.
Right.
If you giving it and you're not receiving it in return, that individual is not for you.
Right.
You know, like I said earlier, I didn't communicate. Now I'm big on communication.
Right.
Whether we're friends or we're in a relationship, I
Right.
have to be for me.
Right.
I have to, because if
So
I
what
don't
I've seen,
communicate,
right.
man, look here. Well, see
So
what had happened was,
what I've seen, even you communicate, if you communicate, or you as a man, you telling them exactly how you feeling. A lot of times, a woman will take it and flip it around and say, "Oh, well, he mean it this way," but he's exactly telling you exactly what he means. So now communication has been messed up. You know,
But
but
that's
but
where
but
that's
but
where clarification needs to come into place. If
yeah.
that woman doesn't understand truly your intentions behind what you just stated, then she does need to say, baby, can we sit down and talk? Can you elaborate a little bit more so
Help
that
me
I make sure I have
understand.
a clear understanding?
right. I understand
And
that
see,
still, but
this is something that when I went to counseling, when I went to a relationship counselor, when I lived in California one time, you know what the pastor said?
What's that?
When you're having a conversation with your significant other, never say, well, this, that. It should be, I feel
Mm-hmm.
this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you say, well, this is what it is, now you're trying to dominate the conversation. You're making it all about you, and you ain't talking about your significant other. I
Right.
feel that this is what this is, that, and the third, because now that lets the person know that you're not attacking them.
Right.
And that's the thing. A lot of communication is the issue in communicating is the delivery.
I agree.
If
I
your
agree.
tone, if your tone is not right,
Mm-hmm.
and you know your significant other,
Mm-hmm.
you know what's coming.
I agree.
Yeah.
She's gonna that your significant other, they gonna get defensive. They're gonna be like, hold on, whoa, what you mean?
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now the guards is up. Now they're gonna fight.
Right.
But
Right.
you can't. So what we need to learn is how to deliver our conversation.
Right.
And first of all, we need to learn how to talk to each other and
And
not
not at you.
at each other.
Right.
Because
Mm-hmm.
Right.
that right there is the first trigger point of an argument. Is,
Mm-hmm.
hold on, who the fuck you talking to?
Right.
And then that woman, you know, nigga, who you talking to?
What?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What?
So we're gonna what you I like what you just said, but I'm gonna put a pin in that, and we're gonna close it in for the night on to next week. If you got any
Let's get
comments,
it.
put it in there. If you want to join for next week, put your comments in there. Let me know you want to join. Tell me how you liked it. This is Shorty Logic logging off. Jurgen.
See you Saturday.
Ah.